What up guys, Alex is here, GuitarForce.com. So as you can see today we're going to take a look at Master of Sparks by ZZ Top. This was requested and supported by Tom, so a big thanks goes out to him. The song is pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. We've got a few riffs going on and also the solo section, which we all going to break down in this lesson. The tabs are going to be available for download at GuitarForce.com. The tuning for this song is going to be standard, and for the sound for this lesson I was using again the VST plugin Guitar Rig, and I'm going to show you the picture of the preset right now. While you're checking out the picture of the preset, I'm going to play you my low E so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's go for the close-up and start this lesson. Alright, so we're going to break this lesson into parts. The first part is the intro, goes like this. Alright, so here we start off with the low E string. Everything is going to be between 3rd and 5th frets. So just listen carefully to the rhythm. And then we have. So here the first ending we have the passing note of the 4th fret. So we go 3, 4, 5, and then 3rd fret on the A string. Then we repeat the first part again. So that's the second ending. So we do as we did with the first one, again between the 5th and the 3rd frets of the low E string, then open string. So it's 5, 3, 5, open. And then we go 3, 4, 5. And then we do the same on the A string. We go 3, 4, 5, and we slide up to the 7th fret, and then we have this G note, which is on the 5th fret of the D string. So basically that's the first riff. Then we go into the second riff, which goes like this. So here we have this double stop, 2 double stops, that's the first one, so that's a minor 3rd, so now we have on the A string 7th fret and on the D 5th fret, and then we play this second double stop, which is a major 3rd, so it's 5th fret on D, on the A, I'm sorry, and 4th fret on the D, and we play between these 2 double stops in a specific rhythm, so we have, then we have the rest. Then we do this part, then again, and now second time and onwards we include also the low E string open, so we have that part. Okay, so again nothing too complicated here. So that's the second riff. Okay, so now we go into the verses. There are 2 guitars playing there. One is kind of a little bit hard to hear. It's playing in the background, but it's mainly doing some kind of slides. We're going to leave that out. We're going to concentrate on the rhythm guitar. And we're going to break this riff into 2 parts. The first part goes like this. Okay, so that's the first part. As you can see, everything is happening primarily on the low E string, again between the open 3rd and 5th frets, and this time we stay on that A note on the 5th fret of the low E string, and we pick it a few times and let it ring out. Then second time we go to the D note on the 5th fret A string. Again picking it a few times, and then we are going back to the A again, but we have a passing note here, the 3rd fret of the A string. Then we repeat again the riff from the beginning. This time when we go back from the D note to the A, again passing note here, C, which is on the 3rd fret of the A. As we reach the A note here on the 5th fret of the low E, we then go into the F chord, hit it, let it ring out, and then go back to playing the riff, but now we go into the second part, and it goes like this. So as you can see, it's primarily exactly the same thing as we did earlier, with the exception of when we go for the second time, instead of going to the D note, we're going into the E note. Again, picking it a few times, then we have a passing note here, which is the E flat, which is on the 6th fret. And then going to the D note, which is on the 5th fret of the A string. So it's basically just following the blues progression, the 12-bar blues. So we start off with A, and then we go to D, back to A, D, again, then second time A, D, A, and then for the turnaround, we go to E, passing note here, chromatically going to D, and then going back to the beginning of the riff. So that's basically the riff itself and the structure of the verses. Alright, so now moving on to the next part, which is going to be the solo, and we're going to break it down into parts, licks and phrases. I'm going to play everything slowly, and then we're going to put it all together, and I'm going to play the whole solo slowly. So the first lick or phrase goes like this. So here we have a bend on a G string, 14th fret, and at the same time fretting the high E and the B strings on the 15th. And you kind of play reverse rake and just let it ring out for the whole bar. Then we go into the first phrase, and it goes like this, slowly. So here starts off with the bend on the B string, 15th fret. You can add some vibrato at the end. Then we have, which is 12 on a high E. Then we have a pull off 15 to 12 on the B string, 14 on G, 12 on B, 12 on G, and then we pick 3 times, 3 notes, 14th fret on the D string. Add some vibrato, then we have, so here we have a hammer on from 12 to 14 on the A string, and then we play 12 on D, 12 on G, and then we repeat it again, so, like that. So the whole phrase, one more time, slowly goes like this. Next phrase or lick goes like this. Okay, so here we have a trill on the D string between 12 and 14 frets. So we do this for 2 beats, and then we include the double stop, which is on the B and the G strings, 12 frets, and then we go back to trilling again, the same frets and same string. Like that. Next phrase goes like this. Okay, so here we have a bend on the G string, 14th fret. kind of long bend, then we release it, pull off to 12, and quickly hammer on onto the 14th fret on the G string, and then back to 12 and add some vibrato. Then we have, so it's a pull off, hammer on, 14, 12, 14 on the D, adding some vibrato. Then we have quick pull off, 14 to 12 on the D string, little rest, and then we have, which is a double stop, B and the G strings, 12th fret, and then 14 on D. Again, a little rest, and then we have, again, pull off, hammer on, 14, 12, 14 on the D string. So all together, so far we got this, with the lick starting with the bend on the 14th fret. Then the next phrase goes like this. So here we start off with the hammer on from 12 to 14 on the A string. Then we pick D string on the 12 two times. Then we have a grace note, meaning a quick slide from 14 frets on the A string to 12. Then 10 frets. And finish it off on the low E 12th fret. So far we got this. And then we're going to, so it's again hammer on 12 to 14 on the A, picking D string on the 12 two times, and then we have again the slide, the quick slide, grace note, 14, 12 on the A string to 10, and then sliding into 14th fret on the D string. So one more time. Next phrase goes like this. Starts off with a high E string, 2 notes on the 12th fret. Then we have 2 pull-offs, 15 to 12 on the B string, 14 on G, 12 on B, going to G string 12 to 14 and bend it up. Then bring it down, pick that note, and then we have quick slide into the 16th fret on the G string, and then going back to 14, 12, 14. Adding some vibrato, and then we have, so it's 12 on G, 14 on D, 2 times, 2 notes, 14 frets on the G string, and quick it's kind of vibrato, quick bend and release, pull off to 12, and then finish it off on the 14th fret on the D string. So one more time, slowly, it's going to be like this. From the beginning of the phrase, slowly it's going to be like this. Next phrase goes like this. So here we have a gradual bend. You pick the note first, 14th fret on the G string, and then gradually bend up the string. As you bend it up, then you keep that bend up and pick high E string on the 12th fret. Like that. Then quickly again release the bend and quickly bend up, bring it down and bend it up gradually. Like that. Second time after you pick the high E on the 12th fret. So you have, and then again second time we have a gradual bend on the 14th fret of the G. Then again picking the high E on the 12th fret, and then quickly bringing down the bend, pulling off to 12, and then picking the 14th fret of the G again, adding some vibrato. Okay, one more time. after that we have, so here we have 12 on G, 214 on D, and then we have a double stop which is on the 14th fret of the B and the G strings. We pick it 3 times and then go into 12, same double stop, and then finish it off with the 14th fret, picking 2 times, 2 notes on the 14th fret of the D string, like that. Then after that we have a repetitive lick which is, so it's just these 3 notes played in the 16th notes, and starts off with the 12 on G, then we go to D14 and A14, and we repeat it continuously. Time-wise, it's 3 bars altogether, okay? So 3 bars. And then the last lick is going to be like this. So here we have, it's you fret the B string on the 15th fret, and then what you do is you quickly bend up and bring down, and then gradual bend again on the 14th fret of the G string, while fretting that B string on the 15th fret, like that. So it's, the first one is quick bend up and release, and then you go into the gradual bend. And then we have, so it's just 12 to 14 on the D, hammer on. Then we have 12 on the G string. Pick it 3 times and slide down. Okay, so that's the whole solo. So now I'm going to play all of the licks together slowly so you can see what's going on. So it goes like this. Alright, so after the solo we go back to playing the verse again, and it's exactly the same thing as we did previously with the exception of the ending, so I'm just going to show you the ending. It goes like this. So after the turnaround, when we go to the E note, again we have the open 3rd fret, 5th fret on the low E, a little rest, and then just playing that E note here on the 2nd fret of the D string. You can also include the low E as well, and that's how the song ends. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar related stuff. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.